Alright, you're checking out In the Now magazine. My name is Willie Basse from Los Angeles, California, formerly of the band Black Sheep, and we're here in Kansas to rock your socks off with Bret Michaels.
So let's talk a little bit about the show tonight. How did you guys hook up and get on this really good show tonight?
Well, we did 21 dates in 23 days with George Lynch last month, and I don't know how we got here. The aliens picked us up in New Mexico and dropped us off here. No, Bret asked us to open the show, and so I piled my guys in the van, and we took off and drove here. So we're here.
Nice. Nice. So how long a drive was it for you guys?
It's about 22 hours. You know, I didn't factor in the time change, so we had some scheduling conflicts. But we're all here safe and sound, and we're excited to be in Wichita.
So what can the fans expect from your guys' live show tonight, being this is their first experience with you guys?
Well, they can expect raw metal, and we're keeping it real, we're keeping it rock, and we're just excited to be here, and we're going to do 5 songs of power-packed metal.
Now, is it difficult for you to decide on just those 5 songs that you wanted to get out there tonight, having such a backlog of stuff that you could do?
Well, you know, we've got a log of about 42 songs, but we've got a short set, we got a long set, and so it was not that hard.
Nice. Now let's talk about the other extreme of that. If you're doing going out doing your own shows, how long of stuff do you guys normally do when you're headlining?
We usually play at least an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. Nice. But it wasn't, you know, it wasn't hard because we sort of with the short set we just hit with we play the hits, quote unquote hits, like off the Money Grind album. We've got, you know, several songs, and then the Black Sheep Sacrifice CD, there's a couple of songs on that one, like Someone Like You was in 42 markets nationwide in heavy rotation, so we know we want to play that one. And then we want to play our new single, which is Breakaway, featuring Mr. George Lynch on guitar. We know we want to play that one, so it's not that hard.
That kind of goes into...
It's not like Aerosmith where you got 500 hits and you don't know what to play.
Yeah. That kind of goes into one of my other questions I wanted to ask about was your collaboration with George. What was that like for you to get in there and work with him?
It was awesome. I love George. He's a great guy and an awesome musician as well. And you know, George was in my band before he was in Dokken, so for us to reunite was like bringing everything full circle. And that's sort of like what it's like being out here with Bret, because you know, we go back to the Sunset Strip days, and so it's like old Hollywood.
Nice. Nice, the good old days.
Yeah, remember the decline of the Western civilization?
I mean, I grew up in Long Beach. I hung out up on the Strip, and yeah.
I was there that night when Penelope Spears did the shot at they call it Gazzarri's. It's the Key Club now. But I was there that night, and I was taping everything, and they took my film out of my camera.
Nice.
I had the old VHS camcorder.
Nice. Yeah, I remember the old Gazzarri's. That was definitely one hell of a music venue back in the day.
Oh, it was great.
I mean, it gave a lot of bands their big start.
It's good it's still there.
Yeah, definitely. So talk about other new music. When you perceive on maybe having an album out?
Well, we've got an album that we're working on right now, and we're just trying to get it finished. And you know, I've been working on it for a while. It's got James Kotek on drums, and George played on maybe 4 songs so far, and you know, we'll just have to see what happens. We're probably going to drop a new single before we go on this tour. We're talking to Steven Adler about going out with Adler's Appetite. We're talking to Bret and Poison, and we're also talking to Stephen Pearcy right now about playing with him this summer, and then possible White Snake dates. I mean, you know, we're just really blessed to be in the right place at the right time, and trying to keep it metal. And you know, it seems like there's a resurgence of heavy rock right now. So it's a good time. I'm loving it.
Let's talk a little bit about. Let's go back in time a little bit and talk about your. I hate saying band of all-stars, but I mean, you've had the opportunity to work with some of the greats in the metal field of music, and I mean, you've had Paul Gilbert, and just to name one just off the top of my head. And what's that like for you personally, having so many great connections with these guys before they hit it big?
Well, I was just telling the door guys, the security guys, that the first night that they got Axl in Guns N' Roses, they actually opened up for me.
Wow.
At the country club.
Wow.
So, you know, it's just, we didn't realize at the time that it was all going to be all that. We just, you know, that was what was so cool about back then, was we just wanted to play music, man. It was, our passion was to get out there and play the next show. And we didn't care what it took to play that next show, just as long as we played the next show. And we usually gave parties after the show, and you know, here we are. So it's, you know, it's sort of the same thing now, just on a more of a widespread level. You know, we've come full circle, and you know, I'm just approaching it very old school, just like we did back in the day. You know, just on a nationwide level.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about over the last couple of years, the resurgence of all these social networking sites out there, the Facebooks and Twitters and MySpaces and Reverb Nation, and what's your thoughts and opinions on all of those things?
I love it. I think it's great. Matter of fact, I went on Facebook before I came to Soundcheck and said something like, "We're in Kansas, Toto." Going to Soundcheck to open for Bret Michaels tonight, you know. So I love it because it puts me directly in touch with my fans on a widespread level, and I can immediately communicate with them, you know, and tell them what's going on, and set the record straight from me, rather than have it to be hearsay and go through 2 or 3 different people to get to my people.
Nice.
So it's, you know, I think I've been using it to my advantage, and I think it's awesome. I mean, I started with the Facebook thing, and now it's more. I mean, I started with MySpace, and that went real well, and because we've got something like 10 million hits on MySpace.
That's crazy. That's
yeah, and then now I'm doing Facebook and Reverb Nation and Twitter. I've started tweeting, and you know, it's cool.
Now, do you think that's helped with getting the fans to know your band? Do you think that's been a big tool about it?
I hope it's helping. You know, we want to. My goal is to get out here and get in front of as many people as possible this summer. You know, and just to stay in the public's face and lay down some really good metal, and hopefully after that we'll be able to do our own shows. Because I'm sort of like the 25-year best kept secret.
Nice.
But you know, I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud that, you know, if you look on my Facebook, I did a spotlight on Randy Castillo playing with Ozzy and Zakk Wylde doing Shot in the Dark. I'm proud to, you know, to have people like Randy Castillo and James Kotek from the Scorpions come from the Black Sheep family tree. That's real important. You know, it's you know, like I said, we didn't know it at the time, but I mean, Randy left me and went with Black Sabbath, then wound up with Lita Ford, and then ended up with Ozzy. So that's like a legacy, man. It's like awesome.
Definitely. Nice. Well, man, I think that covered just about everything. Any comments you want to toss in?
I just appreciate you guys coming out. You know, I appreciate you guys keeping it metal and believing in me, and you know, believing in rock and participating. You know. And you know, we have some charity work that we're doing as well called Rock for Recovery, rockforrecovery.com.
Nice.
If you go to that website, you'll see our mission statement. And it's not just about recovering from drugs and alcohol, it's also helping people, the homeless, you know,
nice.
Natural disaster relief, mental illness, child abuse. You know, we're gonna pick a theme every year and you know, help people. You know, I want to be a professional helper. You know, that's what I want to do. And you know, Stephen Piercy's hot on it. Just about everybody that I've asked to participate has like really thought highly of it and want to get involved. So, you know, look for us to be building some homeless shelters or doing some stuff here in the next couple of years.
Cool, cool. That's some awesome stuff right there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
there's enough to go around, but you know, there's never enough of us, you know, going out there to help.
Cool. All right. Well, that covered everything.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Cool.